Hello, my name is Megan Wertz. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I am a junior studying psychology. And this project is titled Reasons for Substance Use in TGD, which means Transgender Identified Populations, and I have two co-authors.
Hi, my name is Taylor. My pronouns are he, him, his. I'm majoring in psychology with a minor in LGBT studies.
And I'm Terra. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a neuroscience undergraduate. So starting off, research on substance use within transgender populations has lagged compared to that focused on cisgender populations. Even so, we know that unique stressors for minority groups, including transgender people, are predictive of exacerbated substance and alcohol use. It is also the case that reasons for substance use can differentially increase rates and severity of use, although minimal research has examined reasons for substance use in transgender samples or the unique reasons that may exist for this population. Given the limitations of existing literature, our study evaluates alcohol and drug use in a transgender sample with a range of gender identities. Our aim was to expand the body of existing literature with a more comprehensive and transcentric analysis that explored specific reasons for substance abuse. For substance use.
For the methods of our study, we conducted a daily diary style study where participants first completed a screener to see if they were qualified. And then if they did, they completed a baseline survey and then daily surveys for 8 weeks following that. And we had 181 participants, 167 of which were retained in the daily survey portion of this study. And we also had a high completion rate of almost 80%. Participants completed baseline measures of the drug abuse screening test and the alcohol use disorder identification test. And next, participants logged daily substance use in terms of amount and type of use. And they also completed a checklist of reasons for use and had the option to write in reasons that were not available or not listed. And we conducted thematic analyses to code the written data and determine additional reasons for substance use. And in terms of the demographics of our study, roughly half of participants were transgender men, followed by around 30% identifying as non-binary or genderqueer, and finally around 20% being transgender women. And the most prevalent sexual orientation reported was queer, and a majority of our participants were also white. And in regards to the baseline levels of substance use, around 35% of participants reported at least hazardous or harmful consumption of alcohol. And almost 28% of participants reported moderate to severe levels of drug use. And the most prevalent drug that was used in this sample was marijuana, with 72.4% of the sample reporting this. In terms of reasons for daily substance use, participants' responses to the checklist indicated that the most common reason across all participants and all days of alcohol use was some other reason, which is the response where participants could write in their own response. In contrast, this was not the most common reason for drug use. For drug use, the most common reason for use across all participants and all days was to get drunk or high. Through the thematic analysis, we identified some other reasons for use that participants wrote in that they did not view were reflected in the checklist. And the most common written responses for reasons for using alcohol were in social gatherings, for relaxation and related to eating. And in terms of drug use, relaxation, physical pain, and social gatherings were the most common written responses. And you can see word clouds at the bottom of the poster that display some of the common terms that participants were using in their responses and how they relate to one another in terms of what was the most common. And we also found that participants reported some unique reasons for use that were related to their experience as transgender and gender diverse individuals. And these included socio-political stressors and coping with marginalization. For example, one participant commented on managing stress in response to President Trump being elected, and another participant commented on stress from their parents rejecting and misgendering them. And for reasons for alcohol use, this also included celebrating gender-related experiences, such as one participant celebrating their 1-year anniversary of being on testosterone. And for reasons for drug use, this included coping with physical pain associated with gender affirmation steps, such as pain from chest binding.
To highlight the main findings of the study, there were concerning rates of substance use in this sample. Over a third of transgender individuals reported levels of alcohol use that were at the hazardous or dependent levels, and over a fourth of the sample reported at least moderate levels of drug use. The main reasons cited for using drugs and alcohol were to relax, to be social, to help physical pain, and for eating-related reasons. And transgender-specific reasons for using substance included socio-political events, transgender-related celebrations, transgender-related physical pain, and coping with marginalization. Future research is needed to explore whether the transgender-specific reasons for substance use are differentially associated with levels of use compared to more generic reasons for use. And limitations of the study include the predominantly white sample, and future work can explore associations between minority stress or access to gender-affirming care, as well as unique treatment considerations for this population. Thank you for your time in viewing our poster.